Recent field scouting trip live stream from the North Dakota badlands.
Anyone in here? Paranormal field researcher. Been in the field since 2013. Although I've avoided making much noise in the social media realm until just this last couple months. This is literally like my 5th live stream. I appreciate anyone that's in here. I'm doing a scouting trip.
You like watching paranormal or creepy content? Well, follow along on YouTube and TikTok as Interdimensionalism conducts field research.
In the Midwest. I was driving by on the road and I saw some potential markers in these woods. Decided to stop and check them out.
Join the Interdimensional Wisdom Discord invite expires in 1 week. https://discord.gg/QRGTVQHW.
I'm not really getting the feeling of being watched or anything abnormal being around me. Which that can change. I'm gonna flank around these woods. Got any questions? Feel free to ask. The reason I started doing these live streams is, other than trying to build a name for myself and say I've been doing this since 2013, is I wanted to honestly just share my field experience, and anybody who wants to learn, you can ask questions or watch my videos. I was very hesitant to broadcast much of my research on social media for multiple reasons. One, I have respect for, whether you want to call them cryptids or paranormal, I have respect for Sasquatch and the other species, and I don't want to be bringing unwanted attention to them. So that's why I don't say exactly where I'm at or say where I'm going exactly, and I try to limit giving away exact details of where I'm at, which obviously somebody figures it out, that's on them. But that was one reason I was hesitant. I'm in North Dakota. Another reason I was hesitant is I didn't feel like dealing with trolls. And obviously, for those individuals that do not believe in this, they can be a little unfriendly. Which I understand. Hold on, I gotta put on gloves, it's getting cold. Which I understand that, actually. Before 2013, I was a 100% non-believer, total skeptic. I had no interest in this subject. I was just an avid hunter and angler. But in 2013, well, night coyote hunting with a friend of mine, we had an encounter. And see, that was the other thing. Up until that point, I had a career in public safety. He was also in law enforcement. So the subject is highly taboo in certain circles. So even once I became interested in this field, I was naturally shy to tell very many people that I was interested in the subject matter. But over the last couple years in particular, it's become less taboo to talk about this stuff, even in public safety. A lot of cops and firefighters are coming out and sharing their experiences. I no longer work in that field. I moved into the private sector, but those were my reasons for avoiding social media up until now regarding paranormal research. But I'm gonna, from this point forward though, I've made the decision. I'm gonna do my utmost to spread awareness that Sasquatch, Dogman, they're real. There's other things in this world that I can't explain. You know, being in this field, 2013, I was just wanting to figure out what the heck me and my friend had seen on our scopes, thermal scope. And I started doing field research, originally down in the Midwest, and then expanded from there. But the longer I spent time in the field poking around, specifically looking for more than just wildlife, and the more I got rid of my societal programming and opened up my instincts, my natural instincts, began to have encounters. And, you know, 2013 is a long time ago, so I've had my fair share of incidents since then, and I've learned a lot. Anyways, it led me into having experiences that I never expected to have. So now I'm completely open-minded. I don't dismiss anything. If you have any questions or you see anything, let me know. Sun's going down. I don't want to get too deep. I'm just hang out here on the edge and listen. I prefer to operate with a partner, which when I have a partner with me, I'll be much more aggressive. But considering I don't have a partner with me, and the fact that I'm in an area that I'm not overly familiar with, running into potentially specimens that I've never run into before, that are unfamiliar with me and I'm unfamiliar with them, and I'm unfamiliar with their baseline personalities, I'm not really trying to push the boundaries as much as I would if I was with a partner. I've got turkeys to my right, over in that direction. Please tell me you heard that gobble. Please tell me you heard that gobble. Yeah. I'm not a turkey hunter. Which, well, I'm not out here for turkey hunting. For anybody in the group that is into turkey hunting. Well, I'm not out here for turkey hunting. For anybody in the group that is into turkey hunting. Which, I'm not saying I wouldn't hunt them if that's what I was here for. Although, the longer I've done paranormal research, cryptid research, the less I've been into hunting, because I've, I don't know how to explain it, come to have more respect for nature and life, but that's not to say I won't hunt to eat. Anyways, if you're into turkey hunting, come to western North Dakota. I've seen more turkeys up here than I've seen in a lot of states, and I get around. Just a tip. And they don't seem like they're hunted that much. For anyone in here that doesn't approve of hunting, oh, that definitely was not for you. I've got a, well, there's turkeys over there in that draw. I've got an owl that way. And I don't know if you can hear the turkeys. They're going crazy right over the edge. Now I've got there's actually an owl in front of us, which, just a tip, when you're involved in this research, and you want to get into this research, take a long, hard listen to owl calls, owl recordings. Learn to hear their trill, because certain cryptids like to mimic, and they love to mimic owls, but they don't quite know how to do the trill. So if you hear an owl without the trill, there you go. Yeah, I'm not really into doing demons and angels. Not quite what I'm out here for. Go look up Tim Baker, Kumbo Baker. Look up some of his stuff. He worked at NASA for years. Definitely not an idiot. He, one of the reasons I got into this field as much as I did. But hey, I said earlier, trust me, up until 2013, I thought this was all bullcrap. So, I understand, man. If you don't believe, you don't believe. That's what I tell a lot of people. If you've never had an experience, you've never seen one, never been growled at by one, never had stuff thrown at you by one, never had a tree knocked down by you by one, had claw marks on your vehicle. If you've never experienced any of that stuff, I don't expect you to believe. Ghosts, gremlins, gods, and demons are all figments of your... Yeah, well, you're definitely welcome to believe that. Although advances in quantum science and quantum mechanics over the last years, they, especially in regards to multi-dimension theory, there's a few scientists that might argue with you on that subject. But once again, you are welcome not to believe. Because up until 2013, I didn't have any interest in any of this. And yes, bears can definitely leave claw marks. LRC? Who's LRC? No. Is that what you believe? I'll just say this. I'm not trying to make anyone believe in anything at all. I kept a low profile exactly to avoid arguing with individuals because I understand not believing in this stuff. But the deeper I became involved in it, the more I just realized I just needed to have an open mind. So that's all I ask. If you're watching my stream, just have an open mind. And if you don't have an open mind, well, that's up to you. That wasn't nice. What did I do? This is not my account. Who are you calling a goofball? So, the one thing that's definitely for real is there's mountain lions out here. And one of the reasons I'm being cautious, since I don't have a partner with me, because I usually operate with a partner when I push further into the woods, is there's mountain lions out here. So I'm kind of breaking my rule by pushing deeper. I cannot answer that. Considering my prior career in public safety, I am familiar with how to defend myself. Those turkeys are going crazy down in there. Yeah, I'm not really worried about a bear. I mean, they're around, but I've had my fair share of run-ins with bears. Honestly, out of bears, wolves, mountain lions, paranormal, the only thing that ever really truly concerns me, truly, is mountain lions first, humans second, and then unknown cryptid species, particularly those that I've never run into before. Bears and wolves are lower on the list, in this area at least. Yeah, cats are scarier. I've been paced by wolves a bunch. They don't really bother me. Grizzlies up by Yellowstone and Glacier, they tend to worry me a little bit. But I'm not up there right now. Do I believe in Bigfoot? Well, I'm a paranormal field researcher. I would definitely say that I do not believe in that I'll just say I have an open mind, and I've seen things that make me think that they're definitely real, they're potentially real. I'm in western North Dakota. I'm based, I do paranormal field research based out of the Gulf Coast. But I also do a lot of field work in the Midwest. I've begun to start doing field work up here in the Upper Plains. This year I plan on doing the Upper Plains, the Rockies, along with my normal stomping grounds. So it's getting dark out here. During scouting sessions, I don't operate very late. Now, during full-blown field investigations, when I have my partner with me, I primarily do operate at night. But since I just started doing live streaming, I'm not currently set up to live stream at night effectively, because I don't like to use white light. In the short term, I will use white light when I live stream at night, but the plan is to get night vision capable camera. That's when I'll really be able to rock and roll live streaming at nighttime. Yeah, scouting sessions, I don't operate too much once it gets too dark, especially solo, and especially in an area I'm not overly familiar with. Thank you. Truly appreciate that. So for those that don't believe, I completely understand. Oh yeah, it is absolutely. Sunrise, sunset, and nighttime is absolutely the best time to see stuff. And as far as predators and the paranormal is concerned. But the reason I continue to do this is not because I've not had unexplained encounters. I've had unexplained encounters that make me continue to come back. I got chased out of the woods last year by, I don't know what. I didn't see it. All I heard was the trees crashing behind me and the growl and my gut feeling of impending doom that was telling me to get the hell out of there. And I was not in bear territory at that time. But I've also had rocks thrown at me. I've had trees knocked over near me. I've been growled at more times than I can count by unidentified species. As an avid angler and hunter, well, I don't hunt as much as I used to, but as an avid angler, for sure, I'd rather not believe in the paranormal. Believing in the paranormal has made being in the woods complicated. Ignorance is definitely bliss. Yeah, bluff charge. I've been bluff charged multiple times, honestly. But like I said, I'm not out here to convince anybody of anything. But for those that know, I appreciate you following my streams, and if you can learn anything from them, great. And when I'm out here by myself, thanks for keeping me company. Yeah, they're extremely territorial. Regarding territories, this is all theories, but I've been at this since 2013. I travel a lot. So far, what I've been able to gather is their territories are much smaller and much denser population down on the coast. As you move north, especially once you get north of the Midwest, the population starts to thin and their territories become larger. And up here, a theory I'm working on is they seem to be migratory. They have large territories, they're not densely populated in this area, and they migrate over a large area. But that's just theories based on field experiences. Anyone that tells you they're an expert in this field is full of you know what. So I'm never going to claim to be an expert. I will claim to be an experienced, I don't know what you want to call me, an experienced field investigator, experienced enthusiast. If you've been stomping around the woods in over a dozen states since 2013, you learn a few things. Don't believe in human spirits here on Earth. Yeah. So ghosts, spiritual world, that's not really my area of expertise. Although I will admit, doing cryptid research has kind of drugged me into that field unwillingly. But you might be right. I don't know. I will say that there's evidence to support that there is human spirits here on Earth. But then that depends on what your thoughts are on multiple dimensions and whether or not there's parallel dimensions to ours. You in Minnesota? If Washington is on your bucket list? Thanks for the follow. So, I'm not really, like I said, I'm not into investigating the spiritual realm as much as I am into investigating cryptids. So, I can't really answer your question on that one. I mean, I can give a theory. The theory would be, why not? Although, are they truly hanging out in the forest? Or are they just crossing back into the forest whenever they're interacting with humans in our dimension? I don't know. You tell me, I don't know. What's the difference? Sasquatch, Dogman, whatever you want to call them. They seem to be more flesh and blood than purely spiritual. Now, does that mean that they don't have abilities that us humans struggle to understand? No. They might be able to cross between here and there. I don't know. But I'll reiterate what I said earlier. As a cryptid, paranormal field researcher, I am not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm not here to change your beliefs. I'm not here to debate you. I am purely just letting you join me in the field. And for those that do believe in Sasquatch, Dogman, other entities, well, if you can learn something while watching my live streams or my videos that I post, great. That's awesome. If you're a non-believer and you watch my live streams or videos and I make you think and look into something that you never would have thought about before, great. But am I asking a non-believer to believe in something that they've never experienced? No. Because up until 2013, I was a non-believer. I only got into this field research because in 2013 I had an encounter that I couldn't explain, which drug me down a rabbit hole that I've been on since. And I'll premise that with, I've passed multiple psychological evaluations for my former and current career. I am considered not psychologically unstable. So, yeah. I'm just out here trying to learn more about what I originally encountered. Yeah, I'm not telling you my current career. It's a little sensitive, but I used to work in the public safety sector for decades. Now I'm in the private sector. So, I'm going to be honest with you right now. And I plan to always be honest with you guys as much as I can be without giving away certain information. It's getting dark. I'm by myself. I'm in an area I'm not familiar with. And to top it all off, my battery's going low. So, I truly appreciate everyone that's here currently. I truly appreciate anybody that watches this later. I truly appreciate the rose that I was given and the likes. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this probably in the next 10 minutes or so, if not sooner. As a tip for anybody that's into this, when you're walking away from somewhere, walking down a trail, walking away from the wood, it's a good idea to film behind you. Wanted to see an owl. You've never seen an owl in 45 years of walking? Huh. I think I've seen at least a half a dozen owls this year. Yeah. I like to walk and stop and listen. Walk, stop, listen. If I wasn't on live and interacting with y'all, I absolutely spend way more time standing, listening, than I spend actually walking. Thanks for following me. Did anybody else hear the owl? Yeah, there's an owl over in that tree line hooting. So, I promise as I continue to do this, I'm going to improve my equipment. I plan on getting a camera that has night vision capability so I can stream at night. I'm going to get actual mic, probably omnidirectional mic, so you guys have better audio quality. Also, as I grow this platform, I also want to grow my YouTube channel, and yeah, parabolic is good. I want to integrate a parabolic and an omnidirectional on the stream. Eventual goal is to integrate thermal and night vision with omnidirectional and parabolic, but considering this is my 5th stream ever, I'm not quite there yet. Considering my YouTube account literally has 1 subscriber, my Twitch account has, I think, 0 currently. My Kick has 0. My TikTok has over 600, so I'm definitely got a head start here. But eventually the plan is to multi-stream on all the channels at the same time. I truly appreciate you guys. So much so I'm approaching the woods with 3% battery power with the sun completely set now. But I appreciate you guys. Go like and follow my YouTube channel if you would be so inclined. I'm also on Twitch and then I'm on Kick. And I also run the Alabama Dogman Association Facebook page. I appreciate everybody that was here. I appreciate the rose that I got earlier, and I appreciate all the likes and follows. And for all those out there that don't believe in the paranormal or the cryptid or cryptids, I'm not out here trying to convince you of anything. Just try to be nice to me, at least in the chat. But you guys have a great night. I'm gonna get out of here.